child. You are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker, called Elohim. Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy. All across this land, I have created trials for you to overcome. And within each, I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek these sigils, for thus you will serve the generations to come and attain eternal life.
I'm so sorry.
The guardians of this land
Hey.
may harm you,
Ran into some
but
issues.
do
I'm
not
so
rid-
sorry.
Sorry, a bit quiet there.
Sorry, I ran into some issues. Sorry that took me so long.
Okay.
I just need to close my door really quick, and I'll be ready to start the podcast. It'll take
For
really
they
five
are
Okay.
my servants, and they challenge you only so that your faith might be strengthened.
Again, I am so sorry about that.
It happens.
So So, you want to invite anyone else on, or
You
just
will
do
not
it me
need
and you?
this sigil to open the
We
gate
can do
to
it,
my
me and you.
temple.
I mean,
may serve you
this
in
week
times
again,
to
I
come.
guess Inquisitor will be on. And I guess Lethality, I think I invited him.
Okay.
Because his
so-
debate with JTech's going to happen on Saturday, so fresh for the interview, I guess.
Okay.
If you can imagine that, what it's like to actually have to debate JTech TV.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll start the game and then do, okay, I'll start the game and stuff, and,
Oh, yeah, by the way, did the first recording you did that work?
yeah, it did.
Was you have gameplay where you can hear your own voice? Good. And again, don't worry, I'm also recording it as well as a backup in case something goes wrong.
Okay, thank you. So, I'll get started when my loading screen finishes loading. Should be any second now. Any second. Jesus Christ.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are the sigils of our name. Each brings you closer to eternity.
So which game are you playing?
Fallout New Vegas. I'll hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm record from now. Okay, I'll get started. Hey guys, welcome back to the Global Gaming Podcast. I will be recording the session and hopefully future sessions. We decided to redo this one because at least I felt, I don't know about you, Dolphin B, but I felt the quality of our first one wasn't so good, so this is a redo.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll just get right into it. First things first, I think I'd like to bring up something I forgot to tell you ahead of time, but something I find interesting. There's rumors going around that like keyboard and mouse support will soon come to the Xbox One and One X, which I think is like very, I don't know what to feel like. Have you heard of that?
The keyboard and mouse support is going to come to the One X.
It might. Have you emphasis on might?
Oh. I mean, for that happening, I'd be pretty impressed. It would definitely have more justification for crossplay, especially in first-person games.
Yeah, it is certainly weird because it's like I don't know what to feel about it personally, because on one hand, like, I'm all about options and a good thing, but on the other hand, I can't help but be like, at that point, why not just get a PC, you know? Like, I'm always for like options and whatnot, you know?
Some people like options, but they also like simplicity. They like stuff that just, damn it, works.
Yeah.
This is a hard game.
What game are you playing?
Talos Principle.
Well, either way, it should be interesting, and I'll be sure to update everyone, like, as the story progresses and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me think, what else has been going on? Well, we should have prepared beforehand. Was there some, what else are we gonna talk? What else did we talk about last time that we were gonna talk about this time? I'm trying to remember. We should have prepared for this.
Hey, we do. Some of our best podcasts are the ones that we don't prepare for in the slightest. We'll do fine.
I'm trying to remember. Was there some drama we were originally talking
Well
about?
done, child.
Some like petty,
Only
stupid
one
drama.
more sigil is needed.
I don't even remember what it was about. There was some, remember, like, we did this recording one other time, and like we were originally talking about some petty, stupid drama bullshit that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what it was. So.
There's always drama going on somewhere, and we aim to stamp it out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. It was stupid James Gunn thing. I don't even know if I want to talk
Yeah,
about this.
and now the Dan Harmon thing. Is that his name?
Do you want to talk about the James Gunn thing, or should we save that for like another week when everyone's on?
Well, since it's a hot topic at the moment and there's drama being flung, we pretty much have to discuss it.
Okay.
the weakness being the media.
Okay, I'll try to do my best to talk about this, but I'm kind of exhausted because I have to deal with some other, like, drama. Not personal drama, but other YouTube drama bullshit. But, what was it? Oh yeah, I remember now. What was I saying? Okay, sorry about that. I remember now completely. My brain goes in a lot of weird places. But, the point
My
is
temple
that
awaits you,
recently
child.
there's been, like, some drama surrounding
forth.
James Gunn and some questionable comments he's made 10 years ago that, a guy dug up. That, I forget his name, but, like, apparently he was a guy that was, like, heavily involved in Pizzagate or something.
Hmm.
And, I'm kind of annoyed by this. Like, this may surprise you,
My
reason
child,
I'm actually on
You do
James
not need to
Gunn's
collect all
side for
sigils
this.
at once.
Mm-hmm.
You
Because,
are
like,
free to return
like,
to this place
I don't think he's
whenever
actually a
you
pedophile.
choose.
Like, like, judging by, like, his pre-Marvel catalog, he's made some pretty raunchy, pretty edgy movies and stuff, so it wouldn't surprise me, especially, like, 10 years ago, like, if he were to make some, like, edgy jokes or whatnot. And, like, but, like, maybe he is a pedophile, but, like, all we have to work on is some comments he made 10 years ago, so forgive me if I'm not...
Well, yeah, some comments, but he deleted like 10,000 tweets. That's what people are
Like,
confused,
yeah,
a little
like,
off about.
Having deleted those 10,000 tweets over the course of,
You
like
are
2 days,
most
or, like, over the course of 10 years.
Perhaps this trait will serve you
It's
well
over the
in
course of,
times
like,
to
several
come.
years, and I'm not surprised, like, he deleted that many tweets, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still a bit off, though.
I guess, but it's like, lack of evidence doesn't mean evidence in a sense. But, like, one thing that I just find funny is, the guy who reported on this and is making a huge thing of this is, the guy who made a huge stink over this, and, like, saying, oh, James Gunn is a pedophile, blah, blah, blah. He himself has made some pretty questionable comments in the past. In fact, let me just pause the game really quickly. Maybe I'll edit this out in the recording, but, like, let me see if I can find those, comments really quick.
Ooh, now Papa G's gonna expose somebody. Aren't we nice?
Gun, drama. Oh, are we sure to edit this out or something? What's his name again?
Don't worry, the magic of video editing.
Who exposed him? What was his name? God damn it! I know
Step
his
into
name.
the light, child, and my temple will be revealed.
I know. I'll look this up. If I don't find it in 2 minutes, then I'll just move on, and I'll like say what the quotes were from memory. Expose James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can find the exact. 1 minute. Let me try one more time. Okay, yeah, I couldn't find it, but like I'll pretty much like he said a bunch of things like like he's himself like the person who did it. Maybe I'll like find the tweets later on and like put them like in the description or maybe even in this video, but like he himself has said some questionable things like women over 40 like are indistinguishable from a tranny, or like them like gate rape is literally impossible or whatnot, and or like rape isn't a crime if like the woman wants it. So like he himself has said some pretty screwed up things himself.
Yeah.
So
Stuff that would get you hit in the Me Too era, which is what we're living in right now.
but I find it funny that he himself is throwing all this puff of, oh, James Gunn is such a horrible person. Meanwhile, he has all these other tweets that are just like there. So I'm like, pot me kettle. But like other than that, well, like I'm not gonna chat him too much. I just wanted to, this wasn't trying to debunk his arguments or anything. I was just like trying to throw that out there because I found it funny.
As we say, the moral police, they always tend to be the ones with the most skeletons in their closets. Funnily enough.
And like might be true for James Gunn, or maybe it might not be. But like, the point is going off of the premise that it was like, I'm going off the premise that it was a joke, and right now I have no other evidence to suggest it would be otherwise, because literally all we have.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if it wasn't a joke, then I think what happened to him, moral police or not, is kind of bullshit. I mean, I know you could say that, oh, but like he had it coming, blah blah blah, but it's like, we're okay with it happening to our enemies, and like, why is it okay to happen to our quote-unquote
You walk
allies?
now upon
Your
the stones
allies. I'm
of
not
my
part
temple,
of this
whence
culture war.
many gates lead.
No.
And know
Well,
that
the
I
whole
have
idea behind
other
what I was
temples
saying is if you
for
want this
my
crap to
God
stop,
is
you have to
greater than your
enforce it
eye
against
can
them.
encompass.
Harder than you do.
All these
I think, I can't remember who said this, but the best way to get rid of a terrible law is to make it enforced. Don't let them selectively enforce it.
Let this be our
Maybe.
covenant. These worlds are yours,
I would rather
and
it
you
not
are
be
free
like,
to walk amongst them and
I would just
subdue
prefer
them.
the law not be
But
enforced
the
at
great
all.
tower,
In
there
this case, you
may
know.
not
Oh, good, so you're an anarchist.
For in the day
Hey, don't
that
worry,
you
I
do,
like that, I'm
you
accepting.
shall surely
How am I an
die.
anarchist?
Yeah, law not being enforced at all, I'm totally cool with that.
Like, no, what I mean by that is, I mean, say I don't want this law to be enforced at all. I mean, like, the law of, oh, we need to punish someone for doing a slightly wrong thing or saying a slightly edgy joke 10 years ago or recently or whatnot. Like, I'm against that period, and I would like that not to be enforced, not to be like, let this person have a taste of their own medicine or whatnot, you know?
Hmm. Nah, I still say we'll make an anarchist out of you yet at this rate.
Why do you want me to be an anarchist?
Eh, why not? It'd be more interesting.
Okay. Maybe I'll be an anarchist. Okay, maybe next week or something.
Yes,
Never know,
we
maybe-
could be almost like a radio show that's not run by a right-wing nutjob, but an anarchist.
Yeah. Well, let me think for a second. I know I do. Sorry, I was like distracted by the game for a second there. What else? And like, so is there anything else we have to say about James Gunn? I went more indefinite last time, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like I got like the basics of what I had to say off my chest.
Yeah, and most of the stuff in your chest are Dan Harmon.
I don't know if I really want to talk about that because I'm not really aware of that much of the story. Like, I haven't had a chance to. I'll give the basics. Apparently, Dan
You are
Hartman
learning,
had
as is your
a while
purpose.
ago did
But
this
your
Kickstarter
choices
for,
must
like
be your
Butch
own.
Hartman.
Therefore,
Scotty
I
introduced
will
me.
not
Butch
guide
Hartman
you
is pretty much this.
unless it is
For those of you
necessary.
who don't know, is like the creator of shows like Very Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, you know, some of the classic Nick classic 2000s kids, or not late 90s or not. But like, anyway, a while ago he started this what is it? A little Kickstarter for a streaming service called Oaxis Entertainment, and he said it was going to be like some sort of like streaming service where there's cartoons and there's all sorts of things for all sorts of people, and it would be safe for your children's eyes and whatnot. Blah blah blah. And throughout a lot of the campaign, he was very vague during a lot of parts of it. Like he was saying, like, "Don't worry, guys, you know what I want," or like, you trusted me with your childhood, now trust me with your future. And it came out recently that, or like, and through some like old footage or whatnot, like that of him speaking at some sort of religious seminar thing, he pretty much said similar things that he said during the Oaxis campaign, and people have come to the conclusion that he's like, the main goal of Oaxis is to do some religious programming. And if that is the case, that's fine, except for the fact that he didn't really divulge that information to the Kickstarter people. You know what I mean?
He didn't divulge the fact that he was engaging in religious programming.
No, that, I don't know, like, from what I understand is that Oaxis Entertainment is going to be some sort of religious streaming service. And if that's the case, that's fine, but, like, as far as I know, he didn't inform the Kickstarters that this is where your money would be going to.
Oh, is that all?
Also there's a bunch of other shady stuff, like, well, this isn't so shady, it's more questionable, like, a lot of the tier rewards for the project were like not awful, but like kind of questionable. Like $25. Like, don't take me on this word from this. I'm only vaguely remembering from kind of we looked at like the reward chart like once, but like some of it was like $25, and I'll like sketch you like a phone wallpaper, or like $50 and I'll give you a signed sketchbook or something.
Oh, is that all?
Um,
Pretty crap for the money.
Yeah, I seen there was one where it's like $5,000 and you get to be an animated character in like one of his shows or something that will come on this thing. But like, I don't know, from what I understand there's more to the story and stuff, but like, like I don't feel like, I don't know, should I even leave this? I don't know if I'll leave this tonight. I probably will, just because like, it's...
The drama's just exhausting, yeah.
Well, not just that, I don't like talking about stories that I'm not fully informed of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it like almost feels like I'm like... I don't want to just say oh, do your own research, guys, and stuff, because I should be doing the research as well, but it's just that... It's just a whole messy story and stuff, so it's like, I told you guys the basics. If you want to know more, please look into it more, but like, don't hunt down Butch Hartman's head because of anything I said in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe I'll look into more of it, and like by next time we record the podcast, I'll have more to say about it. But like, for right now, I don't have anything really special to say about it.
You have nothing
Everything
special? Yeah, it's alright. You have nothing special to say about it right now, so I guess we can move on. I mean, it was Nintendo attacking
Oh,
ROM
yeah.
sites.
That's right. That's a thing that's been going on. Those of you who don't know, pretty much Nintendo has batted again with their copyright strikes, and they have sent a notice, like a copyright, or like like they're starting to sue the owners of certain ROM sites, over like $100 million. Not joking.
Oh yeah.
Which is, for hosting some of their games on their ROM sites. And, I am not personally a fan of that. I'm like, I don't know, like, I can't, like, I don't know about the legality of, like, ROMs and whatnot, but even still, I just think it's kind of, like, a little bit, not really silly, but, like, a little bit, like, petty to, like, go after some of these sites, just, well, I don't know, I guess it depends on the games, but, like, the big thing, the reason, like, at least from my understanding, and from, like, most people I talk to, is the biggest thing behind ROM sites and emulation is for preservation. Preserve old titles that haven't been re-released on PC or older consoles or whatnot, so people can still be enjoyed and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's a bunch of Nintendo franchises that Nintendo doesn't care about, that, like, that, like, they're only getting any attention because of these ROM sites, but it's like, I don't know. To me, it seems kind of shitty. What about you? What do you think, as someone who uses more emulators more than I do?
But you can probably guess what I'm gonna say.
I
I mean, I use the Cemu emulator, so I obviously don't like it.
You ruined my joke. I was gonna jokingly say you obviously support Nintendo wholly and think the ROM site owners are hackers or something.
Well, you didn't tell me there was a joke beforehand. I need to know this stuff, you know.
Well,
No, I mean, it's not even a good joke. You need to set someone up for a joke and then reveal it.
fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you need to listen. You need to listen to me more, Papa G.
Fair enough.
You don't want to know what happens to those that don't. I mean, the last guy who didn't listen to me, he bought the farm.
You bought a farm?
Yeah, bought the farm.
So, like, he died, or he just became a farmer and is
Yeah,
your
well, I
slave
told him it was a
now?
bad investment, but he just kept doing it. I don't... There, see, that's more of a joke.
Fair enough. I see what you did there. It took me a minute, but I see what you did there.
Hmm.
What I'm wondering though is do they have like any if this does go to court, which it very well might, does like Nintendo have anything to stand on? like what's like I mean, I know what sort of case they make, but what I'm trying to say is, like, what do you think their chances are of winning if they do go to court?
I believe their chances of winning are sadly pretty big.
Yeah.
When I was a little girl,
That's what I'm
one of
thinking.
our teachers, Mrs.
Well, I mean,
Higgins,
like,
told us
One, because they can say, well,
write letters to the
it's
teacher.
copyright law,
One
we
day
told them
we
to
could
stop.
remember what it was like to be
And
children.
also because even if it looks like they won't win, they're Nintendo, they're a multi-billion-dollar company, they can just drag it out until eventually the other side runs out of legal fees and has to settle. They can just drag it out.
Well, I hope you're wrong. It's like, I don't know, it's like, I sort of see where they're coming from, but on the other hand, I kind of completely and utterly disagree with some, and I think it's stupid. It's like, yeah, this is one thing I wanted to bring up last time, but I didn't get a chance to, so it's good we're doing this. Like, one thing I always bothered me about Nintendo, and one thing I never blame people for is like, I'll sometimes talk to people or like come across people on the internet who are like, they refuse to purchase Nintendo products due to like how they handle copyright and whatnot. I can't really like blame them in those like scenarios because when it comes to copyright, Nintendo are kind of like assholes. They haven't like really understood that like how things work and stuff, or like it's just
Yeah, the Nintendo Ninjas, they're called that for a reason.
it'd be yeah. Don't really have much else to say about that though.
Yeah, if someone uses the Cemu emulator, I have to completely disagree with everything Nintendo is doing.
Well,
Now we can have
your
JTech TV
emulators,
come into the comments and say you only hate Nintendo because you a damn pirate.
Well, what I have to say is that even if these emulators do get taken down, they'll be back in one way or another. So let me think. What else has been going on? Has there anything else been going on in the news recently?
Well, not too much else. I mean, the news has been relatively quiet. I mean, all of the news has mostly been political. You know, like it is. We have to yap on about politics to some extent.
I guess you want to talk about why we hate drama? Should we talk about why we hate drama? Like why drama is so why we're so versed at talking about drama? Maybe that would be a decent topic to talk about.
Yeah, we'd say why we're the ADN Anti-Drama Network, while we're also the Global Gaming Podcast. We do both. It happens.
I don't know. I guess like certain dramas are less frustrating. For me, certain types of drama are less frustrating than others are. But for the most part, it's just like no matter what the type of drama is, I always feel like I'm the one person that sees kind of both sides and doesn't like want to like the problem with me is I'm kind of like in my bones I was born a neutralist or like I've been born a neutral and will probably die a neutral where I like, often can see both sides of a drama thing, and I'm just like that one guy who's like, you know, maybe we should like compromise or something, and they're like, no, you don't do that, or like
Well, to an extent, I guess I can see it. Compromisers, they don't get stuff done.
well, like sometimes compromise is the best way to get things done, you know.
Not always.
Well, yeah, not always, but like
I
sometimes.
mean, I think the people who fought the Civil War would disagree with you there.
Well, yeah, like sometimes, like I'm not saying like compromise is always the thing to do. What I'm saying is like sometimes compromise is important, and like we won't be able to get anywhere in life without compromise sometimes. Like can't see a good example in my head, but I know there are examples out there.
Examples of good compromise?
Well, examples of like we would have gone nowhere if we hadn't compromised as something, as like a human race, or as like countries, or as just everyday people.
It'll be interesting to look back on this, see if we made a good argument, won't it?
Well, like I know I'm not making a good argument because it's like I didn't have time to prepare. This is more of like off the cuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know, I guess it depends and stuff, but I feel like when it comes to arguments, I'm best when I like prepare ahead of time. If I like don't, if I'm just off the cuff, then I generally do a bad job of it. Like why are you anti-drama? How about that? Like, ask you, why are you very anti-drama?
I just find drama exhausting. And unlike,
Yeah,
why the hell am I supposed to care about this? Why am I supposed to care about this?
I sort of feel the same way. Like, it depends on what type of drama it is. Like I said, but like, a lot of times I'm just like I can't see you. I guess I am sort of like that. It's like, for me and stuff, it's more of just like that. Like, why can't, like, we, like... It goes back to the compromises thing, where it's, why can't we just all be friends? Or, like, why can't you see where this other person's coming from? It's just...
Or
Yeah,
why
most
can't we
of
just
all
use
it is-
tactical empathy against people?
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with you, like, it can be pretty exhausting at times.
But only because, I would say, the probably honest to God reason they do it is because that doesn't make good news. Well, imagine this. Today in the news! Nothing really happened. Everyone was friends. I mean, who would watch that?
It'd be as boring as our podcast, right?
Yeah. I'm not trying to defend CNN. I still think they're god-awful. I can see why they do it to an extent.
So it's like, what we're saying is, if without it, like, CNN would be as bad as us. Heyo.
Well, no, CNN would no longer be able to be The Onion.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's why The Onion's going out of business. CNN basically took away all their business. It's like, why do we need The Onion now that we got CNN? Yes, Donald Trump, he eats KFC with a knife and a fork. What does this mean for America? I was like, seriously, CNN. I mean, I know you're desperate for views here, but you have to go that far.
What I, want to do with drama is, like, really, like, I think drama's important when it actually matters, but whenever it's, like, bullshit, like, oh, this person sort of said this, what does this mean, or whatnot, I'm just, like, don't want to hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, PewDiePie said the N-word, I don't care. James Gunn did this. It's like, the only reason I care about this is because other people are making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
One sec, what do I do? Okay. Sorry, I forgot how to play my game for a moment there.
Yeah, it sucks when that happens. Yeah, it sucks when that happens.
But it's like, other than that, it's like, drama's only good when it's, like, important. Like, if it's, like, the world ending or something, like, that's important and good drama, but not, then, like, keep me out of it.
Mm-hmm. What they call the world-ending drama. That's more the fact that the world is ending, this is a crisis, get out now.
Fair enough, yeah. So, how have you been recently? Wait, no, I'm gonna edit that out. Forget I said that.
Oh, I've been?
I'm sorry, I'm getting desperate for topics. What should we talk about next?
Why? I'd say I haven't been terrible. Well, besides, I think I'm getting a bit burned out lately. And in fact, today I probably went a little bit crazy, admittedly.
Why did you get crazy? Because you, felt the need to make, like, some video or whatnot?
Yeah, and I just made something completely different from what I would ever normally do. Put that in Discord. I mean, that's awkward.
Sometimes that's the best way to spur creativity.
Yeah.
You know, do something like totally that you wouldn't do beforehand, or like you would normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of there. Oh, God, like we have even less time than last time. Like, what else could we talk about? What are
We can
your,
talk about lethality going on to debate JTech TV this week.
Yes, that is a thing that's going to happen Saturday at the time of this recording of this video. So, hopefully Sality does a good job and maybe even listens to some of your advice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lethality debating JTech. Oh yeah, prepare. That's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, it's going to be one heck of a showdown.
Yeah.
Be,
I hope lethality roasts him.
I don't know, I'm just... whatever it is, I'm just looking forward to see what will happen. I look forward to see like who will be able to make who crazy first. Whether Sally will make him crazy first, or if J-Tech will get to him. Hopefully, only Sally he'll be able to get through to he'll like make J-Tech crazy.
But who will destroy who? I'm not sure yet.
We'll find out very soon. Turn it now. What else? Oh yeah. I have a question. Like, this is something I sort of touched on. In our unused version, but what, like, do you think if like an artist or something is like say like there's a game you really like, you find out the director is an SJW. Does that like then damage your opinion on the game you like in any way?
Not really. Not for me, anyway.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm kind of hoping you say yes, because like then I could go into why you shouldn't feel that way, but...
But come on, you should know me better than that by now.
Fair enough, yeah, I should. But what I should say, people like need to realize, though, I just want to bring this up, because like I need to talk about something, that that just because like someone like just because you like someone's work doesn't mean like they're a good person or like you'll agree with some 100% of the time. Like a lot of people like for some reason don't talk about this, but like Neil Druckmann, director of The Last of Us, Uncharted 4, all those other good shit, all that other shit, like is like kind of an SJW. Like I can't remember what conference, but like in like some game conference thing or whatnot, he like publicly praised Anita Sarkeesian. Like he's like, Anita Sarkeesian does great work, blah blah blah. And like for me, and like I'm just surprised that isn't talked about that much. Like I wonder why it isn't talked about that much.
Probably because the game media probably just wants her to go away at this point.
Wants what?
We'd prefer if she just went away at this point.
Well, but not only that, not just the game thing, I'm also talking about like general everyday people. Like I'm surprised I don't hear like Rags talk. Like for example, I'm surprised Rags has never brought up that he supported Anita Sarkeesian. That'd be a good, I don't know, thing to say against console peasants or something. I don't know. But my point is,
well, he's talked about PC Gamer being filled to the brim with SJWs before.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, like, with that comment is that, like just because I disagree with Neil Druckmann, that doesn't change my opinion on his games. No, his games are bad for other reasons. I'm kidding. His games aren't bad.
Yeah, I mean, The Last of Us 2 will probably be a bad game with how far they've gone with the SJWism on it.
I don't know. Like, for me, I still don't entirely get the SJWism people are yelling about. I mean, I get it to it a little bit, but it's like, it doesn't seem that SJW-y, at least like compared to other shit.
Main character, boyish lesbian, in love with an ugly, smelly lesbian. I mean, I can kind of see why people would be a little upset by that.
What I have to say is, who played The Last of Us? Like, I just have to say, to anyone who was like disappointed or surprised by that, I have to say, what game did you play? Because literally for years, I was thinking if they ever make a Last of Us sequel, that's probably what they're gonna go by. So when I saw that happen, I was like, okay, business as usual. I was like, I don't understand why so many people were like shocked and surprised. I was like, anything, I was like, it fit my expectations to a T.
I wasn't surprised at The Last of Us when I found out Ellie was a lesbian. I mean, and for the most part, it was like, okay, yeah, it's a thing. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, they didn't make a big deal out of it. It was just, it's kind of there. So, I got over it. I mean, they handled it like you should. Handle homosexuality, it's just totally normal. Nobody really cares.
Well, I don't know, like,
But now they're really pushing it to the extreme. Okay.
Well, I don't know. For me, it's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of like, to some degree, I'm kind of like, I'm okay with like there being a character that's openly lesbian as long as it's not like screw white people and whatnot. I don't know, maybe I'm biased because it's like I grew up around some people who were gay or lesbian or whatnot. Like I myself am not gay or lesbian, but like I suppose I can't stop you from thinking that now that I've said it out loud.
Well, you have joked that we're secret lovers before, so it was bound to pop up, Papa G.
My point is and stuff, because of that I am a bit like biased to like I'm not an SJW, but like when like there's a good gay character, I can't help to be a little bit like, oh yeah, cool, like cool gay character, you know? But I mean, like it's not like a moral victory for me or anything, but I can't help to like be a little bit like, oh hey, cool, you know?
Invisible to you,
Mhm.
yet
Then
part
fuck it up.
of all things.
But
We
it's like
are
it's not like the most important
a
thing I look for
story.
and stuff, and it's
Your
like, I don't
actions
know,
give
like I don't really
life
care
to
that much about
story,
Last of Us 2,
and the
maybe we could,
story
maybe it
gives
won't, I don't know.
meaning to
Well, maybe we can do a bit of a live review on it in the podcast.
Maybe, yeah. But, what else is it? Let me think, what else could I talk about? Oh, yeah. Speaking of, lesbians and whatnot, this is a really poor transition, but,
and I speak unto the darkness.
this will loop
Be
around, I
gone.
promise. Did you know that apparently Disney
Access data
streams
cleared.
most of E3, like, live on, like, Disney, one of their channels on Disney XD?
Sorry, I didn't hear that part. What were you saying?
Disney actually streamed a lot of E3 on, like, one of their channels. Like, on the Disney, well, not on the Disney channel, but on Disney XD or something.
Okay.
I found that funny because, like, and the funniest thing about it is apparently they were very inconsistent in how they censor things. Like, sometimes they censor entire sentences of people just in case they swore. In other cases, like, they just, like, had people swearing left or right. Because, like, they were, like, missing it or whatnot.
Yeah.
Like,
There is
probably
much
like
that
what's
you
probably
may
going
learn
on
in
is
the
probably
halls of my
if they were doing it
temples.
live, they're probably like, what do
There
we
is
do? We
much
do this,
that you
do
do
that,
not
and like a
know.
bunch of executives just
That
like
is
flipping
why
out
you
what
are
they
a
don't know what to do.
But children are made to learn, and in time they come
I just
to
thought it
have
was funny, I just
dominion
wanted to share
over
that.
the lands of their home.
Hmm.
So it shall be with you and
You
your
tell I'm getting
generations.
desperate when I just like start talking about random stories and whatnot.
That's proof we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, it's getting somewhere alright. Let's think now. Let me think. I'm totally gonna edit this part out because I'm just saying a lot.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons we don't do this live a whole lot.
What can we talk about? What else can we talk about? Want to talk about the philosophical deepness of Boku no Pico?
Boku no Pico, philosophical deepness.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like Boku no Pico is really massively misunderstood. Like people really like don't get it.
You're gonna try and sell me on Boku no Pico. Okay then.
Okay, I actually wanted you to say no, but now that you said yes, I guess I have to do it.
Papa G is gonna sell me on Boku no Pico. Get ready, everyone.
So, Boku no Pico is actually a metaphor for innocence and the loss of innocence as we grow old. For you see, the main pedophile character is attracted to a young boy who looks like a girl, who likes it, and he's into them because he has innocence. And when they get together, it symbolizes the loss of innocence, which is something we all lose as we grow up and we get exposed to many things and stuff. And also the dicks also symbolize the internal struggle that man has with erections. It's actually of a 1 2 3 4. Sorry, I was counting something. It's actually a very misunderstood metaphor for like how man is so obsessed with sex that it's a danger, and I can't think of anything else to bullshit my way out of this. I'm done. I lost. I gave it my
No,
best
please
shot.
continue, Papa G. Okay, I'm changing my mind. You're selling me on this.
Well, the problem is I've never actually watched Boku no Pico, so I would love to like say like all these things that symbolize this, but it's like I'd have to legitimately make shit. I'd have to also make shit up that happens in Boku no Pico in order to talk about it.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying watching you squirm, so keep doing more, please.
So, sex scene, so the scene where everyone, all the girls, I think they're like this. I could be wrong. I don't know. Probably I could be wrong. I like they were the
You're kind of breaking up there, but okay.
If you disagree, you're just a hateful nigga.
Exactly as Papa G said.
I'm not saying like I think this. I'm just saying the show. You
Hmm? I mean, you were cutting out quite a bit there, so I don't really get what you were saying. You still there? Hello? And he cut out. Well, I guess that's the end of today's broadcast, everyone. Hope you got a lot out of it, and we'll see you again soon. I'm enjoying this game.